Here's your wrestling news for January 7th, 2026. Your headlines for today include CM Punk admits he's banged up after brutal Raw match, concussion protocol, and Rumble status revealed. Major update on Roman Reigns' WWE return, new timeline emerges. Triple H reportedly changing course on Jacob Fatu, here's why. Real reason Joe Hendry is being sent back to TNA revealed. Stephanie Vaquer's women's title status after injury, WWE decision revealed. Shock booking plans for NXT New Year's Evil. Seth Rollins admits struggles with major WWE project, and more. CM Punk may have walked out of Raw still holding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but a brutal face-first landing during the main event has raised real concerns about his condition. On January 6th, Bryan Alvarez reported that someone from Raw had been placed in WWE's concussion protocol. While he didn't confirm a name, he strongly hinted that the person in question may be Punk. Somebody on Raw last night, I was told, is in concussion protocol today. It's not Braun Breaker who landed on his head. Breaker was cleared after the show. Instead, Alvarez pointed directly to Punk's scary moment during his tope suicida, where he wasn't caught on the dive and crashed face first onto the floor. It's possible it was CM Punk because that guy landed right on his face. Punk went straight down and his head bounced off the black mats. According to Alvarez, Punk didn't appear fully there after the fall, but still managed to finish the championship match. If he wasn't in concussion protocol after that, I would have put him there, because that looked brutal. If you watched after CM Punk landed on his face, he did not look like he was all there. He also clarified that WWE's concussion protocol is precautionary and does not automatically confirm a concussion. Even being in concussion protocol doesn't mean you had a concussion, that just means they're checking you out. The morning after Raw, Punk gave fans a closer look at how he was feeling during an appearance on Fox 5 New York. The interview was filmed after Raw, and Punk looked visibly stiff and still recovering from Breaker's onslaught. When the hosts commented on his condition, Punk didn't even try to hide the truth. "Yeah, I don't know what it's like to feel like a real human being, so yeah, this is just every day for me." He joked about wanting a civilian to body swap with him just so they could experience how he feels waking up in the morning after a match. And when they pointed out the brutal bruising on his ear, Punk summed it up perfectly. "Yeah, that happens. Last night I wrestled a maniacal meathead that was trying to kill me." From crashing through a table to eating a stomp, a pile driver, and a vicious shoulder post bump, Punk took one of his roughest beatings since returning to WWE. WWE has not commented officially on Punk's medical status, but based on his post-show remarks, he doesn't appear overly concerned. Still, the landing was ugly, and with WrestleMania season approaching, fans now have a big question to consider. Should CM Punk take time off if he's hurt, or should the champ push through the pain to keep the momentum going? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE television since Survivor Series War Games in November, but that stretch of silence appears to be ending soon. According to Self-Made Pro of Self-Made Sessions, the former undisputed WWE champion is expected to return to WWE programming in the near future, and his comeback will take place on SmackDown. With the blue brand already shaping its path toward WrestleMania, Reigns' return immediately raises the stakes and could shift the direction of the main event scene in the weeks ahead. The Tribal Chief re-entering the mix just as WrestleMania season begins is guaranteed to impact the title picture, and his next chapter will likely become one of the biggest stories of early 2026. Who do you want to see Roman Reigns face at WrestleMania 42? Share your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. Jacob Fatu's long-awaited WWE return is almost here, with sources indicating he's expected to appear on the January 9th episode of SmackDown in Berlin, Germany, but fans shouldn't assume he'll be picking up where he left off. During Self-Made Sessions on January 5th, Self-Made Pro revealed that WWE has internally penciled Fatu in for this week's show. After months off TV due to a storyline assault and subsequent dental surgery, the Samoan Werewolf finally looks set to step back into the spotlight. Jacob Fatu is scheduled to return on Friday's show. I was initially told about this a week ago. But there's another layer to this comeback. While Fatu exited as a rising babyface, WWE has reportedly discussed shifting him in a new direction, one that leans more toward a darker, more ruthless heel presentation. There have been pitches made for Jacob Fatu to not come back as an outright babyface. That's one thing I've also been told about. The update aligns with Bodyslam.net's earlier report that WWE was hoping for a major breakout year for Fatu in 2026. If creative is indeed retooling his character, that renewed push may officially begin this Friday, with a possible attitude change driving the story forward. Are you excited to see Jacob Fatu back on WWE TV? Should he return as the fan favorite powerhouse, or is it time for a full-blown savage heel run? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Joe Hendry is officially returning to TNA, even if it is just for one night. TNA Wrestling announced that the former TNA World Champion will appear live at TNA Genesis on January 17th, despite being under contract with WWE. The reveal came courtesy of a surprise announcement involving the Hardys, with TNA tweeting, "Breaking! As revealed by the Hardys this morning, former TNA World Champion Joe Hendry will be appearing at TNA Genesis live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus on January 17th from the Curtis Cowell Center in Dallas, Texas." Hendry's WWE contract hasn't changed, but this special appearance only adds more momentum to the growing cross-promotional movement in pro wrestling. With companies collaborating more freely than ever in 2026, his return has fans wondering just how far this new era of cooperation might go. And for Genesis, it's yet another major attraction added to an already stacked show. What do you think Joe Hendry's return to TNA really signals? Is this just a one-night pop, or the beginning of something much bigger between WWE and TNA? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stephanie Vaquer's ankle injury is real, but fans worried she might have to give up her Women's World Championship can breathe a little easier. After heavy speculation following Raquel Rodriguez's attack on Raw, PW Insider has clarified that while Vaquer is dealing with an injury, it isn't serious enough to force her out long term. The report notes that Vaquer is not hurt to the extent that she would need to vacate her title. WWE views this as the kind of minor setback many talents deal with and describes it as normal. Another key detail is that Vaquer has reportedly asked WWE to count this period as personal time off rather than extending her contract with additional injury time. That alone suggests confidence from both sides that her recovery window won't be significant. Vaquer's segment on Raw further reinforced the idea that she's not seriously hurt. Vaquer was seen in a walking boot, not a full cast, and still participated in light physical segments. If the injury were severe, WWE would not have allowed that. PW Insider also noted that WWE could potentially carry her reign through the Royal Rumble and even into Elimination Chamber, depending on how quickly her ankle improves. What do you think WWE should do with Stephanie Vaquer's title reign while she recovers? Should Raquel Rodriguez be next in line, or is someone else ready to step up? Sound off in the comments below. Seth Rollins is wrestling with a new kind of challenge, balancing the old-school values he grew up with and the behind-the-scenes access that modern fans crave. And with Unreal Season 2 on the way, that balancing act is becoming harder than ever. Appearing on Busted Open Radio, Rollins opened up about his complicated feelings toward the Netflix series, which documents real moments from WWE superstars' lives. For Seth, who still holds a strong sense of kayfabe, that level of transparency isn't always easy. I have a really difficult relationship with the show in general. I'm younger, I'm under 40 still, but I still have a kind of old school mentality. So for me, to be pushed to the point of having to really break kayfabe, it hurts me a bit. Rollins explained that while the show does peel back the curtain, it's edited after the fact, not live, which makes it easier for him to accept. But he was very clear with producers about his boundaries. The nice thing about the Unreal show is that it airs after the fact. We're kind of peeling back the curtain a little bit on the back end of it, and so I feel a little bit better about that. There are some things that I still want to keep private, and I made that very clear with the producers. There's gonna be moments where I'm gonna tell you to shut it down, and if you don't respect that, then we'll walk. Despite the challenges, Rollins believes the series, when handled correctly, can deepen the respect new viewers have for professional wrestling. If you're a new fan or a new viewer tuning into Netflix, I think there's a deeper respect you're going to get for our business and the performers and the effort and time and intelligence it takes to constantly tell stories. Unreal Season 2 is set to follow Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch from WrestleMania through SummerSlam, documenting both their careers and their personal lives, possibly including appearances from their daughter. Are you excited to see Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's journey unfold in Unreal Season 2? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.